Eddie Hearn always has something to say.
I just don't understand the toxicity. Danny Aarons has now announced he will be fighting on August 31st in Dublin on the KSI card.
All that shit he said, full of shit. He was asking for like $2 million to fight me.
Nah, I'm fighting in August. Yeah, that's confirmed. I'm fighting in August.
As of right now, he ducking. Nigga, I'm ready to fight tomorrow. I've been ready since goddamn April.
It's everybody's least favorite Misfits boxer, so I get to go out there and execute him. I promise you, you will be unconscious.
Well, we're not quite done there. We've got breaking news for you, as Misfits Boxing and KSI have just announced the signing of pro boxer.
Hello and welcome back to Misfits News. I'm your host, Ben the Bane Davis. As always, joined by my co-host, Phil, and we've got some more exciting announcements as per usual. But before we get into all of it, Biel, how are you, sir?
Ben, I'm doing super well. We've got some big announcements coming in this video. But before we get into it, let me give you the rundown of today's episode. We have some exclusive Misfits announcements, some updates on the upcoming KSI fight, and we're joined by a special guest later this video.
I can't wait. I simply can't wait for it. Now, after that humongous Misfits 16 announcement, Mams wasted no time in giving us a little bit more of an exclusive in the form of KSI fighting 2 times this year. Now, Biel, to me, we figured that, but it is nice to have verification that there is a game plan in place for KSI to be competing not just once, but twice.
Well, Mams actually said that KSI was only planning to fight 1 time, but in a matter of weeks, he changed his mind. He wanted to fight twice, so he's taken the AT and Slim fight. However, likely at the end of this year, we're going to see him face off with the anticipated Amir Khan.
Now, we keep building this Amir Khan fight up, and we keep talking about it, and Amir seems interested, KSI seems interested, so I do think that that is probably where both ships are heading. But again, it's not a done deal. I mean, we see different matchups come out of nowhere at all times. So while we are all speculating, and it does seem like it's Amir Khan, who knows in December? That's a ways away, and you know, that's again assuming that KSI has as much success as we think he will on August 31st.
Well, another exciting announcement is that we got an update on the KSI 1v2 fight, that the tags limited per round is going to be 3 tags per round. What do you make of that? Is that going to affect the fight going forwards?
It's kind of a lot of tags, don't you think? It's kind of a lot of tags.
That's one tag per minute.
Round. Yeah, basically. And like, I saw somebody that was like fantasy calling the fight, and they were like, if it's 3 tags per round, that means Slim can stun KSI, tag AT, and AT can go hug him, and then tag Slim back in to, you know, continue working. So, you know, I do think it is a lot of tags. I almost thought it was going to be 1 tag per round from each, maybe, but to me, I kind of like the fact that there is a lot of tags. And let's filter it this way, because that gives AT and Slim some more avenues to victory. This should be a fairly contestable affair where AT and Slim have a good shot. You know, I know that, you know, we all want KSI. Well, let me rephrase this. A lot of the fans want KSI to win. But I think that giving AT and Slim, you know, these tags provides them with some ammunition. So yes, it's a lot of tags per round, but if I can filter it from one angle, I think it makes sense.
Well, I want you to envision as well, we're there at the stadium, KSI enters the ring, Slim starts landing some big shots, then he switches, then AT comes in, everyone starts booing, then we tag Slim back in. Just what the dynamic will be interesting for me is how the crowd reacts to the tags, and I think that's going to add so much to the fight.
They're going to boost so much when AT comes in, dude. And like,
lots of love to AT, man.
Lots of love. Hey, he's Pretty Boy is one of the nicest guys, man. But I just know that this audience doesn't like his fighting style, and the thing that they've both said is they're not interested in tagging. So I feel like there is a world in which Slim just doesn't tag at all, or if AT starts first, doesn't tag at all. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see how it all shakes out. There is another update in the form of Vidal Riley, and he had some words to say about this fight not adding to KSI's legacy.
This doesn't help JJ's legacy 100%. Of
course it don't.
It does not help his legacy. Boxing boosts JJ into another realm.
He was already worldwide, boom. But boxing took man into the next caliber, then the music. Boxing at this point and to do these fights does not do the same thing for him.
I kind of disagree with that. This is like the 2 fights in one night, but we're just condensing the ring walks, right? It's the same stipulation. KSI can finish both guys and get 2 knockouts in a night. What is the big difference outside of the ring walks and then them being able to tag in and be on the banister, right?
I completely agree with what you're saying, but I also can see where Vidal is saying it from. From what he was saying as well, is that those other big fights like the Tommy Furies, like the Jake Pauls, can really elevates KSI to that different level. So whether this is going to take him to the same level as those previous fights we're doing, like the Logan Pauls, those sort of names, is not going to have the same impact, but I think it's the perfect fight to make a comeback for, because it's exciting. It's something the fans now, I think, are more interested to see as well. And again, it's a warm-up to potentially an even bigger fight down the line.
And I think that's the biggest thing that KSI's team has emphasized is like, this is a warm-up. They wanted it to be a tune-up for a more difficult opponent in December. And when you look at it from that angle, makes a lot of sense. And I think, again, it kind of disproves what Vidal is saying, because, like, yes, there are bigger fights that they probably could have chased and hammered down, but like, would that be in KSI's best interest to have so many months on the sidelines and then come in against a very difficult game opponent? That's just not how combat sports works. You really just don't see that from anybody, whether it's mixed martial arts, boxing. Usually, if you take that amount of time off, the guy you're coming back against, probably not on the same difficulty level if you were like in a really good rhythm with your career. So I don't know about that. And then I will say, I did see something about Eddie Hearn saying that this fight's a big gimmick and it's not real boxing.
The good thing about that sort of influence of boxing, it's gone so far the other way to the obscene, to the gimmick, that at least people know it's not real boxing. And you can't even promote it as real boxing if it's a tag team matchup. Like, let's be honest. Sure, about sometimes you push these gimmicks so hard you end up making a mistake when you don't really need to.
BL, what do you think about that?
Eddie Hearn always has something to say, but in the same token, Eddie Hearn needs to see that they've taken a lot of inspiration, I believe anyhow, of what Misfits have done with the 5v5s and making those bigger fights happen in Saudi. So I do believe Eddie Hearn's being a little bit harsh here, because Eddie Hearn then complimented Slim and said he's a dangerous fighter, he's a difficult fighter. So then imagine if he's not just going against Slim, he's going against two fighters. Surely that's more of a challenge. I mean, in my opinion anyway. Maybe I'm just going to be called a meat rider again in the comments.
Maybe, yeah. Not in Eddie Hearn's world, at least.
Well, we're not quite done there with the announcements. We've got breaking news for you, as Misfits Boxing and KSI have just announced the signing of pro boxer Amir Cashman Anderson, who will be making his pro debut on August 10th. Ben, what do you make of this new signing?
I love it. Admittedly, I'm not too familiar with Amir Cashman's career so far, but I understand that he is one of the top boxers in the world at his respective weight classes, had a very good amateur career. So I'm excited. I think that this is something that, to me, gives more credibility and legitimacy. Not that Misfits needed it, in my opinion, but it's a highly touted prospect. And who is he choosing to go with? Misfits, instead of Top Rank or Matchroom or Queensberry or wherever else. And I'm not saying that he won't end up there or choose to go there down the line, but making your debut, right? That's kind of a big thing you want to stick the landing on. And for him to select Misfits and give us the chance to platform him, I think says all it needs to say.
Absolutely. Like, I'm just looking at his record now. 40 wins, 8 losses. He's ranked number 1 at 71 kilos and number 1 at 80 kilograms as well. 10-time national champion, 1-time gold medalist. I mean, these are some serious accolades that he's picked up over the past years. And I think he's going to become a bit of a problem in the pro division if he continues this current path.
Well, it's time that we reveal his opponent. He will be taking on Chase Demore on August 10th. No, I'm kidding. Right. With those accolades, with that world-class experience and success, for people like Eddie Hearn to say this isn't real boxing is very disingenuous. This is real boxing. We are going through athletic commissions and getting the medicals done. We are training in fight camps with accredited coaches. I mean, Malik Scott is involved with some of these people, right? And the fights themselves are not scripted. They're not predetermined. There's no fixing or rigging or anything else. It is actually two people trying to take each other's heads off. I was actually finished by Gabe Silva. That wasn't a gimmick. That wasn't a script that we were following. So I think it is real boxing. It's just the skill level is quite different. I would never say that Misfits Boxing is on the same level as like a Top Rank or an actual pro boxing organization, but that's really the biggest and one of the only differences. These are real fights. These are real people.
The devil's advocate to that is when you do introduce fights like KSI, the 2v1s, etc. That's where they go. Yeah. Well, there's gimmick fights in that. You wouldn't do that in professional boxing, and I can understand that because it's different, but that doesn't mean it's not a real fight at the end of the day. You're still going in there. You're still getting punched in the face, and you're still in danger or possibly, losing your life. That's one of the consequences of going in the ring. ring.
They're not doing it in pro boxing yet. when we see fucking Devin and Gervonta versus Ryan Garcia
And Shakur Stevenson.
Shakur Stevenson, yeah. It's coming. But like you mentioned, right? They adopted the 5 versus 5. I think that they're looking at some of the influencer boxing and crossover combat sports marketing tactics and how we've been able to build such a good, strong community and audience and go, fuck, man. I mean, we could learn a thing or two. So not to rewind back to that point from Eddie Hearn, but I just don't understand the toxicity. I think that the tide rises and all the boats rise as well, and we're all kind of in the same ocean. So don't discredit us. Yeah, straight up, And granted, like, more people tuning into Misfits, they're probably not going to turn around and go watch pro boxing or some of those other boxing events. Like, I would love to see the conversion rate on that, but point still stands, right? BL, we are not quite finished, as Danny Aarons has now announced he will be fighting on August 31st in Dublin on the KSI card, which is quite exciting. The only question that remains is against who?
There's so many names, but the one that stands out to me, the one that we keep bringing up, I think it has to be Bevo. I think that's the only logical opponent that makes sense to go against Danny Aarons on this card.
I don't know.
You don't want to see the man. If you see him on site, I think you're going to be fighting him by the end of the week.
On site with Bevo. Yeah, I think my sentiment towards him is quite well understood. If he's been training and like in fight camp and whatnot, sure. I don't know what Danny Aarons' experience is like, to be fair. Like, when I just think of that in my head, I visualize Bevo getting slept pretty quickly by Danny. But I'm not sure what Danny's experience looks like or how he's going to perform in the ring. So maybe Bevo is a logical opponent. Maybe somebody that is stupid and doesn't belong in the boxing ring should be across Danny Aarons. So yeah, if Bevo's there, then great.
Well, I guess it's exciting now to at least know Danny Aarons is going to be making that walk, because we know his fight was delayed. He was meant to be fighting in July and it got pushed back, and he's not going to be fighting on this upcoming card. So it looks like it's going to be on the KSI card, which will be exciting to see him make his debut, as what transformation he's made as well. I mean, I keep seeing how much weight he's lost, the posture as well, and the journey he's made. It looks like boxing has had an incredible impact on his life.
Completely, yeah. And I'm very excited to see what he brings into the ring. I mean, Danny Aarons has such a great community and audience and following that, this could be, we look for pay-per-view stars, right? We look for people that could sell pay-per-views and carry the torch of crossover boxing, and Danny Aarons could very well be one of those guys. Joining us in the Misfits news booth, it is none other than Dean, the great Dean. How are you, sir?
I am fantastic. I'm great. You dig?
Great. Good, brother. Man, we good. I love it that you digs back in. Now, before we get into the questions, we had Adam Saleh on recently, and I feel that you had a lot of reactions and a lot of things to say in response to some of the things that he let loose on the episode.
Yeah, I seen that shit yesterday. He was saying, but Adam, he just a yapper. He be yapping. All that shit he said, full of shit. I don't even know if the motherfucker was even. He said it's 80% done. The contract is 80% done. Last I heard, he was asking for too much money. He was asking for like $2 million to fight me. You dig what I'm saying? He was asking for like all types of bullshit. Like, bro, like, come on, bro. We gonna make the fight happen or what? Like, you just been hyped up for the longest. We just went through all this shit with Aiden. You was willing to fight me on Aiden Ross's stream for a kick and a steak deal? But you're asking for $2 million on Misfits? You dig what I'm saying? So it's like, come on, bro. Make it make sense, dog.
So in your estimation, how close is this fight?
Damn. I'm sorry. I just seen some ass.
Had to appreciate. Give it a minute.
That's true.
Damn, my bad. My bad. Go ahead. Hold on. Anyway,
so
what are you saying?
So in your estimation, Dean, because Adam's saying it's 80% confirmed, is it actually close to getting done?
Who knows where it's at right now? I was going to check in, and I was going to have my team check and see what's up and what the update is today to see if we going to lock it in or what. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I don't know, man. Hopefully, I would love to make it happen for the people. Love to make it happen for myself. Obviously, I want to put him in the dirt, put his career in the dirt. I'm the only person that's keeping his name relevant and alive to this day. You dig what I'm saying? He got to try to, his content right now, he has to try to cancel people to keep his name alive. Like, come on, bro. What are you doing? You're on TikTok live talking to 40 people saying, thank you for the rose. Ice cream. Like, come on, bro. The 40 people on TikTok live for 8-9 hours throughout the day. You dig what I'm saying?
So it does sound like you're asking the team to get in touch with Misfits for an update. Adam was saying that it was likely on August 31st. Is that too close of a window, or is that the date that you've been proposed? What's the actual truth here?
Nah, I'm fighting in August.
Okay.
Yeah, that's confirmed. I'm fighting in August. What date? not gonna say, you dig what I'm saying? It could be the 10th, it could be the 31st. You dig? Yeah, I'm fighting in August. I've been waiting too goddamn long. It was supposed to be I was supposed to headline in July with Adam actually, but the bitch was asking for too much money. So we pushed it. And actually it wasn't just that. DAZN also pushed it to August. It was supposed to be July. DAZN pushed an event to August, and now in August they're gonna have 2 events. Yeah, but I'm not saying nothing nobody doesn't know. So
For sure.
you dig?
Absolutely, sir. Now I do want to touch on another thing Adam mentioned. He talked about Kermel Moton, and you being offered him, and I just wanted to see whether or not that was a truthful story.
How the fuck he's going based off what Mam said on Twitter. First off, to get everybody up to date on that, it ain't like I just called the nigga out. The nigga randomly started tagging me in his stories. Randomly, this is way back last year in March. Started tagging me in his story. Look at this goofy YouTuber doing a backflip. Oh, he's a clown. Oh, I'm like, bro, are you even old enough to post? Aren't you like 15? You dig what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I can't even argue with a jit, bro. You're literally young. Like, let me talk to your dad. Let me talk to somebody that pays the bills. You dig what I'm saying? Like, bro, you're still like 15, 16, talking shit to a grown-ass man. You dig what I'm saying? That's not like I'm old. You dig? I'm 23, but still, like, nigga, let me talk to your dad. Let me talk to your guardian. You dig what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. But I don't even think Carmel fighting no more because he just burnt the bridge with Gervonta Davis and burnt the bridge with Canelo. So Canelo said, get your goofy ass off my card. Talk shit about Gervonta Davis. Gervonta said, get your goofy ass off my card. So he got to figure some shit out on the pro side. You dig what I'm saying? And then he had an injury, so he couldn't even fight on the Tank card anyway. So he got a lot to figure out. You dig what I'm saying? He out here talking about, oh, YouTuber, oh, YouTuber, oh, YouTuber, oh. Nigga, you're sparring YouTubers, goofy. Make it make sense, bro.
There was never like an offer or some actual fight that would happen between you two. It was just him talking.
It was just him yapping, bro. Him yapping to me, and I was obviously, I'm gonna talk my shit back. You dig what I'm saying? Because I ain't no bitch. A nigga talk some shit, I'm gonna talk my shit back. Later down the line, it makes sense, but if he's down, you dig, but I don't know. We'll see. My bad.
Is that a mosquito?
Nigga turned into Spider-Man, nigga.
Hey, maybe the superpowers will come in, man. You never know. Now, I do want to ask, was there anything else that Adam Saleh mentioned or said that you disagree with or want to provide?
Damn near everything the bitch said about the whole Aiden shit. Oh, he liked Aiden Ross. He told Aiden he didn't have a contract. It's old as fuck. I don't even want to get back into the whole drama and what started. We told Aiden what's up. Told Aiden there was a contract. We went over the contract, my contract, the multi-fight deal. The multi-fight deal, I'm not restricted to doing a spar, which it was considered in the Aiden Ross waiver that I signed. It was an entertainment spar. I can see why Misfits and everybody got mad because of what it looked like. It looked like it was going to be a fight, but it changed to a spar, like just for them to not come after me legally. But actually, I enforced it to be an actual spar for it to make happen. But just the whole pettiness, like, oh, we're gonna change it to a spar, guys. Like, but it's cool, man. I also feel bad for Aiden too, because it kind of fucked his whole thing up with the whole commission and shit like that. And then they came after me too with my events too. So I was like, bro, god damn, nigga.
Yeah. And talking about another thing that could potentially be in the works, I believe you posted a fight poster of yourself and Jose Aldo. Now, we've talked about this before, and like that's a fantastic matchup. Is that potentially upcoming, or was that more of a let me just, sprinkle some fires and get people talking?
No, that's something that we tried to make happen in the works like several times. And actually Aldo was like the one saying like, nah, he's too good. He's the champ, blah, blah, blah. Like, nigga, you're the champ. Nigga, you're a legend. Like, what the fuck? You're scared to fight me? So it'd be an honor to fight him, that old nigga, so I could put him into retirement for real. You dig what I'm saying? But as of right now, he dug him. You dig? And he's with the UFC, but I don't think the UFC would have a problem because, Prime is with the UFC. So I don't think they'd have a problem working a deal for him to fight me. But what if I knock him the fuck out and that lower his value in the UFC? You got knocked out by a YouTuber. Oh. So
I think his last fight was the final one on his contract, and I'm not sure if he's renewed with the UFC or not.
Really?
So he could be a free agent, as far as I'm aware.
Oh,
I don't think he's under contract.
Well, I'm gonna talk to Ellie about it then, because Ellie's really close with him. I think he manages him actually. That's definitely something we can make happen. But he again, everybody wants to price themselves out.
You love to call out the biggest names. I mean, I just wanted to bring up, you've called out Tank Davis, you called out Shakur Stevenson. Now, we know you like a good spar. You brought that out multiple times now. So could we possibly see you, maybe not fight them yet, but maybe do one of those backyard street beefs, spar sort of things with them?
I'm with whatever, bro. Actually I was gonna pull up to Houston and fight Shakur. I'd be down with that for sure.
Really?
Shakur, Ryan. I tried to spar Ryan, but it wasn't his sparring day, and he was like kind of like hella friendly, like I'm with whatever. I'm down to spar, fade. You can fade on the street for a video, which I don't think they do because obviously they have a pro license and shit like that, and they don't want to. I don't know, but although we'd have boxing gloves and it'd be considered a spar even if it is on the street, but I don't know what their deal is. But I'm with it though. I'm with pulling up on them niggas and sparring them in their gym type shit.
I wanna take the conversation back. You mentioned Ryan Garcia, and because you have that intimate knowledge of spending some time with him, when you look at all of the controversy that's been going on this year, obviously the PED situation, the lead up to the Haney fight, which was very erratic and crazy. Was it,
Yeah.
from your perspective, being around him and maybe seeing him when the cameras aren't on, was that just a character, or is he, that type of ludicrous guy?
Nah, Ryan, shit, Ryan, when I first met him, he was drunk when I seen him, when I first met him. He did what I'm saying. The nigga was tipsy, drinking some nasty ass coffee that he had. But yeah, he's definitely the same. He's definitely the same person. He trolled the fuck out of everybody and had y'all niggas food, or had the whole world food. He damn near had me food. You dig what I'm saying? He's different for sure. You dig? He was supposed to run hella miles after we finished training. He was like, I'll do it tomorrow. I was like, those niggas don't give a fuck.
Then he still goes out and performs like that. What was your kind of take on his fight against Devin Haney? Were you expecting him to have that level of success?
No, hell no. I was rooting for him. I wanted him to win, but I didn't think he was gonna beat the shit out of Devin. He gave Devin that damn Crawford Spence treatment.
Yeah. What is the
did.
take that you have on the Austrian stuff? Because it feels like each side has a whole, load of.
I don't think he took that shit, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't really speak for niggas that take steroids because I don't take steroids. It seemed like he had some contaminated in like the products that he was using, and it's also like, why would he take it for Devin but not for Tank? Tank is more of a threat. Tank is somebody that you need to get stronger for. But Ryan, he's fought him 6 times. There's no reason for him to take steroids. It just doesn't make sense logically. Any reason for him to take steroids for Devin Haney? You think what I'm saying? Devin's a great fighter, but them damn pillow punches
Yeah.
ain't gonna make me take no steroids. and then he tested positive throughout the whole camp, and then all of a sudden, so what I think the logic is, one of his bodyguards or somebody around him that lifts weights, because he has a bunch of people around him that lifts heavy weights and shit. They probably took some they were probably taking products or protein powder or whatever. He drunk it. He was like, oh, try this. So this is good. It helps me. It has BCAAs in it. It has this in it. Blah blah blah. Oh, okay, bet. It helps me not be sore. He drunk it, and then that shit had a little bit in it, and got him contaminated, and got him, when he got tested again, he ended up positive. You dig? So that's what my take is on it. But I don't think
Yeah, fair. And you mentioned, of course, fighting in August, either on the 10th or the 31st. Could we see maybe Ryan Garcia come corner you?
Ryan Garcia is crazy. Yeah, actually, yeah. Although the fight will be far as shit. I might have Ryan come out. I might have Ryan, Shakur, and Tank walk me out. You dig what I'm saying? But no, that's it too.
Now, I'm curious to switch back to August and give us your thoughts on that KSI versus Slim and AT fight, because it's kind of been divided in the fan base a little bit. And I'm just curious, what does Dean the Great make of this tag team KSI fight?
I think it's dope. I think it's hella risky for KSI, because Slim ain't no bitch, and that nigga got power for shit to change in one punch. You dig what I'm saying? AT is not easy to deal with because he's just gonna hit and hug you, hit and hug you, hit and hug you, hit and hug you. So it's gonna be annoying as shit. KSI also has kind of similar style. Not as AT, he's more like athletic and shit. But yeah, it's gonna be difficult, bro. So KSI, low key, that shit's risky, bro. I wouldn't even. You're taking 2 annoying ass fighters, one being dangerous, one being annoying and boring. You dig what I'm saying? You putting them together to fight KSI, and Anthony's got a fucking chin. He's not gonna get knocked out. So
yeah,
he has like he has like that retarded strength, where it's just like no matter how many times you hit him, they just don't go down. Like a crackhead. Yeah. He's literally a crackhead. He's got a crackhead in boxing. He's got
that bulldog bill. Now, the stipulation that me and BL really like is that KSI can knock them both out. Let's say Slim starts and KSI finishes him. AT steps in, and then it becomes KSI versus AT. So there is a world in which on August 31st, KSI can finish them both. What do you make of that stipulation that they've added to the fight?
Me personally, KSI, it's all love on my end, bro. But if you want to get better, bro, if you're watching this, I'd change trainers. For example, with me, I switched trainers, different trainers have different and certain styles. You dig what I'm saying? You know, and a lot of people, they get stuck into like that. Loyalty is everything, but sometimes loyalty could be slavery when you're thinking of loyalty. Oh, I have to stay here, but like you gotta do what's best for you. And if you have to move on to pursue your career and get better, like what I did, like yeah, I love my old coaches. Yeah, we're still cool and shit, but I had to move on, bro. Like athletes do it, professional fighters do it all the time. Like they move on to another trainer and they get better. You dig what I'm saying? And different styles for different fights also. You dig? So in order for him to get better, he needs to change and go. I'd say for him to go with Daly, to be honest. Daly or Leon. Even if he trains with Leon and
Vidal?
So other Vidal, if he trains with them, I feel like they'd get him better. You dig what I'm saying? Because the karate style, I mean, it's different, it's awkward as shit, but I'd switch it up, bro. I you know, if he wants to really improve and get to that next level, I think he need to change trainers. Shit, nigga, I'll even train you. Nigga, if it come down to it, you dig what I'm saying? Like, come on, gang. You gotta, niggas want to see you win, bro. So
Yogi would welcome him in.
yeah, for sure. Yogi and Brian would welcome that nigga in, bro. Get that nigga way better. You dig what I'm saying?
Last couple questions we got for you, some random ones. The crazy spars that you've been having. First, I want to talk about sparring in prison cells. What's the latest update on that? What brought that idea to you?
I'm always thinking of real wild, dumb shit, bro. Like I've thought of going to different hoods, like Bloods, Crips, different hoods. I even thought of going to cartel, because I know some people type shit that are, anyways. And
No, he's gonna be sparring Pablo Escobar in a few months.
Yeah, and doing an event out there, like, because you know it's always shooting, it's always, you know, beheading and shit like that. You dig? But let's do some boxing. Like, let's see if y'all niggas can throw hands. And if I get that event, I'm gonna get it done. Watch. Remember I said this. We're gonna get that shit done. You dig what I'm saying? It's risky, but obviously if you know somebody of higher power that can connect it and make it happen and make sure that you're good and make sure nothing happens, you're gonna be set.
That's the way to get a few kilos.
Nowadays it's all about connections. You dig? But as far as the prison cell, yeah, the prison cell video is in the works. Actually, I have a new management, and my new manager, his dad is one of the top officers in I think jail or prison. Not sure which one. I think it's jail. We're gonna talk to him and see what's up. But I know, you know, jail has a lot of policies with fighting, but it's like, nigga, we're promoting, nigga, put them shanks down, put them guns down, because ain't no guns in prison. You can't pop a nigga in prison. You dig what I'm saying? Or jail. All you can do is shank and fight, you dig? So, and a lot of times they jump in prison or jail. So it's like just straight up one-on-ones. Or if they want to run a fade with me, we can run it too. Shit. Or I was going to do an event in prison, you dig? And have them fade each other, whatever, whoop, fade each other's, they got ops, they got problems, whatever, whoop, y'all bang it out. Or if they want to run the fade with me, they're like, oh, little nigga, let's run it. I'll put the gloves on, I'll fade them too, type shit, you dig? So it's just like, I'm with whatever, bro. I've always been fearless, bro. I've always been with whatever. And it's also content for the people and for y'all to watch, you dig? So ain't nobody, it'll never be done before. I make history. Go down as a legend and go down when it's my time to lead this earth. They remember me for it. You dig? So, but it is in the works.
I love it. Expecting that soon. Now, the one that you just put out was the 5 pros versus yourself. Filming that video must have been a cool experience. And, you know, I mean, that's a lot of high level guys to go up against at once.
Yep. And that was my 3rd fucking sparring since I've been back. Since my surgery. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like, I ain't even fully sharp yet. I'm not even obviously in full shape yet. You dig what I'm saying? But I still held my own. And those are my sparring partners. Like, there wasn't even all my sparring partners. But I do plan on going to different parts of the world and doing those videos and creating a series out of it, bro. But Olympians, 400, 300 amateur fights. Bro, I think one of them, they went to quarterfinals in the Olympics. All types of experience, bro. All types of pros. 22 fights. One of them was one fight of the year, Azat, with the guy that knocked down Inoue. He also sparred Inoue hella times. Like, all I do is work with greats. You dig what I'm saying? If you want to be great, you got to work with the best type shit. Y'all fucked with the video though?
I saw one with you in the lift. Actually, I saw you spar someone in a lift, which I thought was absolutely insane. I was gonna say, like, what's been your most insane spar to date?
Fighting 3 people at once.
Was that the toughest one? Toughest challenge to date?
Yeah, for sure. Fighting 3 niggas? Yeah, that shit ain't easy. That shit ain't easy at all, bro.
You mentioned the surgery that you had. Can you give us an update on the injury and kind of where you're at in terms of, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how you feeling?
Nigga, I'm ready to fight tomorrow type shit. That's the update on it. I'm ready. My hand is better. I've been ready since goddamn April. Right now, it's just a matter of getting a fight. It's been hard to get a fight because niggas been ducking. Niggas been pricing themselves out. There's also another UFC fighter, a big legend that I could have fought also, but he also priced himself out. Hopefully, we can make that happen after this upcoming fight I'm going to have.
Fair. BL, any last questions for Dean the Great?
I'm just going to give the floor to you, Dean the Great. You love to give us exclusives, so I'm going to let you give the fans the last exclusive, the last words of Dean the Great on Misfits News.
Appreciate y'all having me. You dig what I'm saying? I love every single one of y'all watching. Whether you hating or supporting, you still watching. You dig? So I got to give love to you, my boy. You dig? But anyways, a lot of exclusive shit coming up in the works. We got episodes, we got series coming up, we got collabs coming up, big collabs. We're gonna be in prisons with it, whooping ass. We're gonna be goddamn. Y'all might just see me on Planet Mars whooping ass. I'll be the first nigga on the moon throwing hands. You dig what I'm saying? Y'all know I be coming with exclusive crazy shit all the time. You dig? So it's just like y'all stay tuned for it, man. I might just fuck around and fight. I also thought of fighting in the middle of the interstate. Yeah, that's risky, but I might just do it. You dig what I'm saying? So it's all types of crazy different shit I'm gonna do. I might fight underwater, nigga. I might do all types of shit. You dig? But y'all stay tuned for it. If y'all want different and other types of videos, y'all comment down below. Make sure y'all smash that like button. If you love your mama, you dig. If you don't love your mama, boy, you need to talk to God, boy, you dig. But anyways, I love y'all. Yeah.
I love it. Dean, thank you as always, brother. You're the man.
Well, another announcement, Ben, that I think you're going to have to announce here. A certain man's fighting soon against a very, very dangerous opponent. One that likes to make the walk and one that looks to knock out his opponents. Ben, who is it?
It's Most Wanted. It's everybody's least favorite Misfits boxer who completely ruined one of the main events this year. And I felt that it was necessary for me to deliver some extra consequence because when you look at it, what was the result of Most Wanted ruining that Misfits event? Nothing. He gets banned from the organization, which is not much of a consequence for a guy that shouldn't have been there in the first place. So I get to go out there and execute him to the best of my ability because that's, I think, what he deserves. You just butchered Evil Hero. You let Evil Hero be abandoned and sacrificed to Fox the G. In my opinion, you need to be
a sacrificial lamb.
Acted upon. Yeah, like that. So I'm excited about it. I think that there might have been a world in which we could have done this on Misfits if there was that July pay-per-view. Maybe this could have been on there, but I don't think he deserves the platform. I think he's kind of fucked that opportunity up. And thankfully, I have enough in the realm of network and connections to pull some strings and get it in Karate Combat, which is history making. There's never been Misfits boxers that have gone over to Karate Combat. I have an arsenal that's available to me that wasn't available against Gabe. Not that it would have changed the results, but I think that these leg kicks, body kicks, head kicks are going to cause some serious problems. And Most Wanted, you like to say that you weren't knocked out by Joey Knight. It was a TKO. I promise you on Friday night, you will be unconscious. That's just a guarantee.
Ben sounded like Batman. Rename it from Ben the Bane. It's Ben the Batman right now because he's coming for justice.
I did think about walking out to the Batman theme song, but I was like, nah, that'd be corny.
Then we got just full Batman outfit. That's what I'm expecting from you. But the real question is, will Most Wanted make that walk? I guess we're going to have to find out. Where can they watch it, Ben? Let them know.
It's going to be live on YouTube at Karate Combat. Make sure you just look Karate Combat up. There's going to be a free stream. No barrier of entry. You don't need a subscription. Don't need to buy a pay-per-view. You just get to see me beat Most Wanted up for free inside a pit. It's a cool setting. Make sure you tune in.
I'm gonna be staying up with my milk and cookies, so I can't wait.
There you go. I love it. Well, what a week of news and updates here on Misfits News. As always, I've been your host, Ben the Bane Davis, joined by my co-host BL. Remember to like, subscribe, drop some comments below, and join us every Tuesday and Thursday for more updates in the world of crossover combat sports. Until next time, take care.